So, it's been a week and we haven't seen much improvement. So, my eyes are still bloodshot. They improved a little bit, but there's still a ton of blood in them. So, those like stopped improving. I don't know how long those are going to take. Uh, but today we today, sorry. We have finally stopped taking the eye drops since it's been a week. So I didn't know whether to continue taking them on Thursday or Thursdays when we stopped. But that would make 6 days taking them instead of seven. So I took them yesterday, and yesterday marked a week. And then today, we finally get to stop using these. Yay! Which is good, because this one ran out exactly on the last time, right before I went to bed. This one completely ran out of drops. This one feels like it's half full. But we finally get to throw these out today. No more taking those. So now we just take the artificial tears. But I'm getting conflicting information from the doctors. So when I went in, the lady that checked me out said to take the artificial tears for every hour for the first week, and then for the second week cut it down to once every 2 hours, the third week once every 3 hours, and so on and so forth, and take them for 6 to 8 weeks at a minimum of 6 to 8 times per day. And I tried to cut down the usage yesterday, but it's not happening. And my eyes feel like I need more drops now, a week later, a week of healing, but my eyes feel like they need more drops now than they did a week ago. So, as soon as I put the drops in, 10 minutes later, it feels like the drops were never put in, and like my eyes are drying out, and it gives me a headache. Like I've had a headache for the past 4 days now. Uh, it's not like a major headache, but it just feels like someone is like pushing on my eyes. So the lady that checked me out was like, every week cut it in half, and then the paper I got says for the first week it's every drop, or it's a drop every hour while awake, and then after that, 6 to 8 weeks, it's minimum of 6 to 8 times a day. But for me, it feels like I'm having to ramp up. It feels like I'm having to do it every 10 minutes, because like I put the drops in, and then 10 minutes later, it feels like someone is like pressing on my eyes, and it's like, okay, like this is annoying. So, and like if I don't put in the eye drops like within 10 minutes, it's like someone is stabbing my eye, and it gets worse and worse until I put in the drops, and then like 10 minutes after that, it starts doing the same thing, and like I can put in like 10 eye drops at once, and 10 minutes later my eyes will feel like they'll start hurting again, and I'll start getting a headache, and it's like, okay, like this isn't normal. Like especially if what the lady said was true, and what the paper says is true, where you're supposed to uh reduce one after a week and stuff. So it's like, so I just called the doctor, and the doctor said that uh, I'm just supposed to not wean off the every hour thing for 3 weeks. So, well, the lady that picked up said for 2 weeks. So she picked up, but she wasn't a doctor. She was like the receptionist or something. And I told her, I tried to reduce the usage down to once every 2 hours since it's been a week, and that's what the paper says. And she's like, oh no, it's for the first weeks, plural. So it's normal to have to keep taking it every hour after the first week. And it's like, that's not what the paper says. And that's not what I was told specifically. But she transferred it to a doctor, and then a doctor came on, and she's like, "We recommend that they do it for that they don't wean off for the first 3 weeks." So we've gotten three different versions now. We have 1 week that the paper says, 1 week that their site says, 1 week that I was told when I checked out, and we got 2 weeks that from the receptionist or whoever that picked up, and now I'm being told 3 weeks. And it's like, okay, at what point are my eyes gonna heal, people? Like, this is getting very concerning that the weeks keep going up and up and up. It's like, whenever 3 weeks comes, am I gonna have to turn around and continue it for 4 weeks? Is 3 weeks going to turn into 4, 5, 6 weeks? Like, I, I mean, at this point, I'm going to be going and I with eye drops every hour for the full 6 to 8 weeks, and then abruptly stop using them. Like, I don't see how that's gonna work. And my friend found out back home, got LASIK, and he wasn't told to take a drop every hour for even a week. He was told to take a drop every hour for 5 days and then reduce it to every 3 hours. So, I mean, it's a little confusing because I'm getting told even different stuff between uh, the LASIK centers. Like mine's like every hour, but his is like, oh nope, every 3 hours. And it's like, so which one is it? Do we take it every hour or every 3 hours for a week for 5 days? Like, what are we supposed to be doing? So, uh, it's a little confusing. So I'm gonna go. I set up an appointment to just double check and make sure my eyes are okay because, like, I caught myself like whenever I'm like rubbing up here, my fingers like slipped and hit my eye, and like whenever I go like this, like it's rubbed against the bottom of my eye, like not where they did the surgery, but like the bottom part, which I assume is okay, and like. And like I've woken up while I was sleeping and gone like this. Just like a little bit I've gone like and like started to like rub my eye and then stop myself because it's like you're not supposed to be rubbing your eye. I set up an appointment so that they can check my eyes and just make sure everything is still good, that there's no damage, and everything since, my sight stopped improving. Like I'm not seeing any better than I saw 4 days ago. Uh, and I like everything I was told was that the site would continue to improve, but my site has halted improvement. So we will do that, and then I've had a headache for the past 4 days, so I don't know if that's because something's wrong or if it's just dry eye. Like the doctor said, it might be dry eye, and like she said essentially I work on the computer all the time, which I do. Uh, and I'm staring at a computer screen all day, that it might dry my eyes out quicker, which I don't know how the object you're looking at would have an effect on your dry eye. Uh, but she said it could dry it out quicker. So I might need to take it every 10 minutes. And it's like, great. So I have to take eye drops every 10 minutes now? Like, how long? So, like, nothing is turning out the way I was told it would be turn out whenever I went in. Like they made it sound like, oh, you just take drops for a week, then you stop the 2 drops, and then you just do it every 2 hours, 3 hours, and then you wean off and you're good to go. And that's not how it's turning out to be. A week later, and I need more drops than when I started out. So, but we're gonna go in.